Okay, y'all, some more breaking news this week. So, Olympic athlete Sha'Carri Richardson has been suspended, not necessarily disqualified, but she might as well have been. She's been suspended from doing the track and field due to testing positive for marijuana. And most people was like, how is marijuana a performance enhancing drug? Because they was just thinking about the indica and not the sativa. They was like, of all things, marijuana will make you a little bit more relaxed and make you, you know, people was thinking that it might slow down your performance, but the explanation that the Olympics gave was that indica will actually, it will not necessarily slow you down. Like, depending on the dosage, it might relax your nerves and thus calm you down to be able to perform a lot better than under normal circumstances. Thus, it's still performance enhancing. And then you also got sativa strands, which are stimulants. So for people who don't know about marijuana, marijuana comes in two different strains. You got indica and then you got sativa. Sativa can actually boost you up and give you a stimulating high. And indica can bring you down. So for people who thinking that all marijuana just brings you down, no, that's just the indica strains. That's my little bit of marijuana knowledge for y'all. Not bad for somebody who's never smoked a day in their life, child. But anyways, yeah, unfortunately, I read the article on the New York Times, and this is where it's getting more confusing. It's saying that it's banned from 24 hours prior to usage. So that means that it can be in the system. Like, number one, I'm trying to figure out, how do they know when did she use it? Like, because once again, did they do a hair follicle? Did they do a urine blood test? Sometimes they do a hair follicle, and the thing is with the hair follicle, it can go back for months. Now I'm trying to figure out, how do they go by determining the potency to see if it was done within 24 hours? And if you're saying that as long as it's not within 24 hours, basically by them saying 24 hours, it implies that she could have had marijuana in her system, that if it was older, that they would have let her slide with it. Is that true? Because, hell, how much they be harassing darn going Serena and Venus and them, I don't know. But y'all let me know, can people really take marijuana as long as it's not within the 24 hours? And if that's the case, if as long as it's not within the 24 hours, why couldn't y'all just suspend her for that day? See, the wording is confusing me. If only the marijuana is going to give a temporary boost for 24 hours, then why not just drop her as a first-time offense for that day and let her compete the next day? See, this that bullshit that they be on. This the bullshit. Because once again, if that's the case, let her compete the next day and then have her do a drug test and see if the levels have dropped. Or if it can't be tested exactly like that, I know by the time a week goes by, you should see a significant drop or something. So it's like, okay, suspend her for a week, but you had to suspend her for the whole month. And then this is where it gets even more suspect. And why we got to think that there's some racial undertones going on with this shit is because of the fact that during this time, they also banned head wraps that were, specific for black people. And once again, here we go again with our hair being under attack and with the discrimination. Now they want to ban hair gear that is protective for our hair, and citing that, due to the unusual shape and the fact that it doesn't form to the skull and all this bullshit, that they don't deem it appropriate swimwear. And once again, making us try to conform to the European standard of acceptability. And this is the bullshit that we've been arguing about. It's like, damn, we can't even have our own natural hair. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's like, once again, the backwardness of it all. They didn't mind the orange hair, in this case, the orange Flojo, reminiscing, nails and hair stuff. But the moment that we want, and this no shade to her, because see, this shows black, how diverse and beautiful black women is, no matter what the style. Whether we have orange synthetic hair or human hair in our heads, or if we wear our own crown and glory. But honey, there's just something about our crown and glory that they don't like, honey. That they just find they're gonna scary and gory, honey. Cause it's like, why in the world are you banning hair wraps that is specifically designed to, protect our hair? Knowing that anatomically our hair is totally different. Of course a white bitch don't need to wear no hair wrap like that. Her hair is oily. The darn gone water ain't necessarily dry. I mean, actually, it can be dry with the chlorine and stuff too. But it's like, not necessarily to the extent of black folks, who our hair is already on the dry end. And due to the tightness of our curls, the more simpler layers you have, the more breakage points you have. So we have that against us. If our hair is color treated, it can easily be more prone to damage. Some of us have high density but finer strands of hair. All of this, that, and the third. So we trying to protect our hair up against the chlorine and shit. And here they go with this bullshit. So it's like, now you have this darn rule out that is specifically targeting black people. It's specifically targeting black people. And you don't have no justifiable reason other than the fact that you don't like the aesthetic. Not that it interferes with the swimming or anything, but you just don't simply like the aesthetic. So simply because you don't like the aesthetic of something that is protecting a black person's darn hair, you want to ban it and thus put them in the awkward position where either they relax their hair, they relax their hair, or they perm their hair, whatever have you. And hell, I don't even think that's even going to work either, because hell, when you relax the hair, that's even making it more darn prone to damage, and thus you still need it anyways. Because even if you relax the hair, our hair is darn still going to be more susceptible compared to somebody's hair who's naturally straight. So now you're leaving a black woman no choice but to be bald. And this is why you see, when it comes to women being in the army, women being in the Olympics, this is why they tend to go G.I. Jane, because it's like half the time they're forced to. If they want to compete, it's like, okay, so these motherfucking trifling racist ass see you next Tuesday don't say shit. I'm just not going to have no damn hair. That way they can't say a damn thing about it. And this is darn pitiful. And my thing is this, where is the protest with this? Now, it's a gray area as far as Sha'Carri Richardson is concerned. But I personally think even with that, with all the laws and stuff internationally, and even within the United States, 29 out of 50 states are, legalizing marijuana in some capacity, why we still got these stringent darn rules on the Olympics. Yeah, okay, I understand. It can be performance enhancing in a certain way, but it's not nowhere near the same as steroids. And number two, if you're saying that the effect is only within the body for 24 hours, why not just suspend her for a first time offense for the 24 hours and let her darn go back the next day or even the next week? Why did you have to go as far as to suspend her for 30 days? That don't make no sense if you're saying that it only lasts in the system for 24 hours, but you're going to suspend her for 30 days. And this is on the heels of y'all wanting to ban protective wraps for black people, black Olympic swimmers. Anyways, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below on this bullshit. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.